grace. It's a word that echoes in churches and whispers in our hearts.
But do we truly grasp its meaning? Grace is not a free pass, a justification for selfish desires.
It's not a concept to be debated in theological circles while we live life on our own terms. True grace is far more profound. It's a lifeline thrown to us when we're drowning in our mistakes. It's a hand reaching down to lift us from the pit of our failures. Grace is the very essence of God's love, poured out freely on His children. It's a gift, not earned, but freely given. Understanding grace is crucial, for it's the foundation of our relationship with God. It's the key that unlocks the door to a life of purpose, joy, and freedom. When we truly grasp the magnitude of grace, our lives will never be the same. We were not created to live under a cloud of guilt and condemnation. We were made to experience the liberating power of grace, to walk in the fullness of God's love and forgiveness, to extend that same grace to others, becoming vessels of His mercy and compassion. This is the transformative power of grace, a power that can redefine our lives and set our hearts ablaze with hope. Let's delve deeper into this incredible gift, exploring its depths and discovering how it empowers us to live extraordinary lives.
The Bible, in its infinite wisdom, offers profound insights into the nature of grace. Ephesians 2:8-9 proclaims, "For it is by grace you have been saved through faith. And this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast."
These verses are not mere words on a page, they are a resounding declaration of God's love for us. Salvation, our very reconciliation with God, is not something we can earn through our own efforts. It's not a prize awarded for good behavior or religious rituals. No, it's a gift, freely given to us by God's immeasurable grace. We cannot boast about achieving it, for it was never about our worthiness in the first place. Imagine a child covered in mud after playing in the rain. Does the child need to clean themselves up before running to their parent for a hug? Of course not. The parent embraces the child, mud and all, showering them with love and acceptance. That's a glimpse of God's grace. He sees us in our messy humanity, our flaws and failures, and He loves us still. He doesn't wait for us to become perfect before He pours out His grace. He embraces us right where we are, offering us forgiveness, healing, and a fresh start. This is the beauty of grace. It's unearned, undeserved, and yet it's ours for the taking. All we need to do is reach out and receive it. Let this truth sink deep into our hearts, for in understanding the free gift of grace, we unlock the door to a life transformed.
Grace is not merely a comforting thought, it's a powerful force that transforms us from the inside out. Titus 2:11-12 tells us, "For the grace of God has appeared that offers salvation to all people." It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright and godly lives in this present age.
These verses reveal the practical impact of grace on our daily lives. When we embrace God's grace, it's not a license to continue in our old ways. Instead, it empowers us to break free from the shackles of sin and live differently. Grace teaches us to resist temptation, to make choices that align with God's will, and to pursue righteousness. It's like a compass, guiding our steps and leading us towards a life of purpose and meaning. Imagine a gardener tending to a rose bush. They carefully prune away dead branches and thorns, allowing the rose to flourish and bloom. In the same way, God's grace prunes away the negativity and destructive patterns in our lives. It helps us to shed old habits and embrace a new way of living, one marked by love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. This is the transformative power of grace in action. It's not about striving to be good enough, it's about allowing God's grace to work in and through us, empowering us to become the best versions of ourselves. It's about surrendering to His love and allowing it to shape our thoughts, words, and actions.
Grace is not a license to sin, but a higher calling to live righteously.
Exactly, grace empowers us to rise above our weaknesses and embrace a life that honors God.
We must strive to honor God in every step we take, no matter how small.
Yes, each action, each decision reflects our commitment to live according to His will.
Lord, grant us the grace to live lives that reflect Your love and mercy.
Amen. May we always seek Your guidance and walk in Your grace each and every day.